The leaves in Central Park are turning and the holidays are just around the corner, and when they arrive, well, you got to decide what gifts to buy, which restaurant to take the visiting family members to, and you sometimes go online to look for help in the reviews online.
Exactly. You want to believe them, but the truth is some companies may be playing around with the system. Here to tell us how they do it and what to do about it is personal finance expert and CBS News contributor Regina Lewis. Regina, good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
So we've all seen these, and we kind of previewed it right before the commercial. You see the 3 stars, the 4 stars, thumbs up, thumbs down, but you see an influx of fake reviews as well. How do you, I guess, tell which are the good ones, which are the bad ones? What do you believe? What don't you believe?
Sure, it has a lot to do with influence. So here's the backstory. People don't want to waste their hard-earned money, understandably. So we put a lot of stock in, did you really buy the item? Did you really go to the restaurant? Did you just stay at the hotel? What's happening is the better the reviews, the better the sales. That feeds on itself. So there's not a marketing plan out there that doesn't have how do we increase our favorable reviews. The question becomes, what tactics are you employing and how transparent are they? So for instance, are you giving away free samples with the promise that there's more free samples behind if you write favorable reviews? Are you paying people in some cases $5 per favorable review? People aren't aware that that's happening.
Yeah. Do a lot of people really pay? I mean, do you pay attention to the reviews a lot when you look at things?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, actually. I do a lot of online research before I go to restaurants especially, and I'm always looking at the reviews, but sometimes you can kind of see something that's a trend, and I always feel like if you see a trend and a lot of people saying exactly the same thing, then maybe that's not the one you trust.
It's a great point, and the major review sites have automated tools where they're actually scanning for that, Rebecca. So they'll look for an influx of reviews coming from the same computer. They'll look for an inordinate amount of 4-star ratings, as you said, Chris, coming in at a rapid pace. So they do scan for that. There are some things that you can also look for as a consumer.
Like?
Well, for instance, we have a great sample. So, for instance, something that's really over the top that has language, we're going to call this out. You know, it was the most unbelievable thing ever, exclamation point. So the exclamation point is a bit of a giveaway there. It was the absolute worst. Way too long. So really over-the-top language is a red flag. Direct mentions, also a red flag. And this one's interesting. So here, they're naming the store, Electronic Warehouse. You wouldn't really do that because keep in mind when you're writing the review, the store is going to be right above it. There's probably a picture. You wouldn't name the product and the model. The reason that seems deliberate is you're trying to game the search engines. If it's a deliberate campaign, you're going to name the product in hope that when people are searching for it, it turns up. So that's why that's a red flag. And then this one's fascinating. Cornell University did a study. The use of first person is actually a little bit defensive. So they reviewed fake reviews and the real deal. People that wrote the fake reviews tended to say things like, my parents, I, my husband and I, almost as if they're trying to overcompensate. Really, really, this is real. They're trying too hard.
Okay,
That's interesting.
So those are some of the red flags. What are some of the signs that you could read in a review that say it's genuine? It's the real deal?
One, did the person purchase the item? So you see a lot of things like, this is cute, I like the color. Well, did you buy it or not? Amazon actually has a head start here. They'll verify whether someone purchased the item or not. Keep in mind, they also have credit cards on file, so any kind of fraud is more traceable on their end. So that's a key one. Is it balanced? Most people will have some caveat. Take hotels, for example. People say it was great, we loved the view, the food was great, but the bathrooms were a little small, or the construction next door was a little loud. There's usually one caveat. And then the last thing is it sourced? You should be able to click on the name of the reviewer and see if they wrote other reviews. If they're the most prolific reviewer on earth, maybe they're getting paid.
Just like taking a test, you got to make a couple of like wrong answers if you're cheating, so they're not on to you.
That was not the moral of the story.
Great work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Regina.
All right.